It's been a while since I've seen a straight up rom-com go viral due to its unique marketing campaign. Solo Mio is a movie that I was fairly unfamiliar with until, like I said, it started to gain a lot of traction online because of Kevin James and the movie itself, the marketing team here, the unique campaign that they had. For context, if you don't know, basically Kevin James was making these videos talking about the character himself in this movie, and people were like, that's Kevin James. And from my understanding, Kevin James was never addressing it. He was just kind of continuing to play his character in these videos and just make these videos. It was pretty interesting. Massive props to the team there for helping create something like that and something unique and get people interested, because that's a very key thing. In our world now, it's very hard to get people interested in like non-IP movies from time to time. Obviously, there are plenty of exceptions that go into that. The basic setup of the movie involves Kevin James' character getting left at the altar, and he's like trying to figure out his life now in his destination wedding location, Italy. But really, when it comes down to it, I don't think this movie stands out as much as its marketing campaign. It is fairly by the numbers and predictable, unfortunately. It's hard because I feel like the writing just doesn't do this movie justice. It's terribly predictable. I felt like I could always tell where this movie was going. I felt like I knew what was going to happen moment after moment, plot beat after plot beat, and that makes it hard to really get invested or terribly interested in what you're watching. The essential romance itself, right? You have a movie that's a rom-com. I'm always looking for the romance itself. That's the first thing I look at when any movie with a romance, whether it's comedy, drama, whatever. Kevin James and Nicole Grimado, their chemistry is fine. It's serviceable and cute enough. Like, it does the job just enough. Like I said, this movie's just doing just enough. I wish I cared more about the characters. There's not like a real hook for any of them. Like, obviously you have sympathy for Kevin James's character who gets left at the altar. He's trying to figure his life out, and it's a sad situation. But for me, I just didn't really find it to be enough to get me really hooked and invested. It's one of the bigger movies releasing on Valentine's Day for, date night, definitely. In terms of looking at it on that level, like, it is one of those movies that I feel like you could definitely just stumble across on Netflix, and it would do just a serviceable amount and do enough for you as it would at home versus the theater. It doesn't do much to stand out. It ends up being just a decent rom-com. If you are not a fan of rom-coms, I think this movie is going to really irritate you just because of how by the numbers it is. But for someone like me who has a soft spot for them, like, I wasn't terribly annoyed. I think it's going to go down as a fairly unmemorable movie, but because of the marketing campaign itself and just how unique it was, I think it's going to get a lot of people in the seats. So props again to them for doing that. In fact, a friend of mine who I saw it with, he was the one that told me, like, I'm really interested in this movie because of this. And I was like, that's unique. I never would have thought that this specific movie would be interesting to you, but we watched it together, and he was even like, yeah, I'm pretty disappointed by that. I just didn't really feel like the videos itself really led into the movie all that well. I do think there's going to be a handful of people leaving the theater just disappointed because it was kind of just meh. I'm gonna give Solo Mio a C+, and I would just recommend streaming it. Not quite a win in my book, but be sure to let me know down below in the comments if you've seen the movie or if you're looking forward to it. What are your thoughts? I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and if you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, look forward to more content coming soon. My name is Ben, people call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.